Summit is a time for our entire company to get together, get to know the new people who have joined us, get to know the people who are in different offices who we don't get to connect with very often, and just a really good time for us to learn from each other.
There are some aspects to the structure which are very conference-like. We're having, shared talks and that kind of thing that we're all sitting and experiencing together. But really the biggest thing that you're getting is more of an opportunity to connect with people that you're not going to be necessarily connecting with day to day.
So it's an opportunity for us all to get together in normal times at the LA office, but this year virtually to discuss updates on our particular disciplines, in my case, engineering. So this year we've talked about lots of fun new innovations and things we want to incorporate into our work going forward.
For me, it's always hearing people speak. We give talks and hearing people speak on topics that they're passionate about and experienced in is for me, there's no better feeling than hearing my peers get excited about something and share it. And I feel like everybody gets that feeling together.
That feeling of Carbon 5 coming together is really neat. We're still a small enough company that can happen for a while. At some point, we're, if we grew really large, we couldn't do that. But actually, there's something to treasure about being a company this size where everybody can know everybody, and every year we all can get together and meet.
The willingness of people at Carbon 5 to engage in random fun. People actually took pictures of their outside space and shared them, right? They took pictures of themselves in their office setup and shared them. There was no peer pressure. You didn't have to engage, but so many people did. And that to me says something about our work culture, that people didn't trivialize it and kind of go, I'm not going to go do this stupid thing, right? They were willing to engage. And that to me says a lot about Carbon 5 culture.
I felt like it was super interactive, and I loved how it felt very close, even though we were all virtual.
It had a feeling to it that just didn't feel like just a meeting. You kind of ended your day and you're like, I was in community with my, fellow C5ers.
It's sort of this culture of conversation during the Zoom sessions where we're just have this really fun, vibrant back and forth that's happening. And you can kind of engage in what's happening in front of you on screen, or you can engage in the side conversation, and it makes it kind of very active and engaging in a very different way too.
The areas that cover the diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. Having that workshop and that tricky situation, Fishbowl, it's impactful because hard questions are asked and personally answered. And then that gives you time to dissect. Why do I think this way? Why did I choose that answer? And can that change based off of someone else's opinion? And I think that was a really cool aspect because you learn so much about yourself and new ways of thinking.
In particular, I really enjoyed some of our talks around working from home, given the circumstances, communicating through diagrams, to sort of pick up the slack on the ways that we can't communicate in person like we normally would. As well, some of the activities we've done together. I think, in particular, the first day of Summit, when we set aside some time for Fishbowls to talk about difficult situations in consulting and things like that.
For me, the group discussions, the whole company discussions, and how eager people were to participate, and how substantive and interesting the discussion was, and how interested everybody was in the discussion. Those are the things that I thought were the best.
Optimistic, therapeutic, and energizing.
Fun, creative, collaborative.
Connection, learning, and fun.
Restful, exciting, and communal.
Community, communication, and collaboration.
Connected, rich, and fun.